Welcome to today's explainer. I was thinking recently, have you ever wondered if wealth is actually just a reliable formula rather than, say, a winning lottery ticket? Well, today we're completely breaking down a realistic step-by-step roadmap to building $1 million net worth. We're going to unpack a complete path to wealth that's grounded entirely in facts, strategy, and verified financial concepts. No get-rich-quick scams here, no exaggerated claims, just the real deal. So if you've ever really wanted financial freedom, you are absolutely in the right place. So let's just bust a massive myth right out of the gate, okay? It is so easy to think wealth is all about luck or hitting the jackpot or, just being born with the right last name. But when you actually dig into the facts, you find out that becoming a millionaire really isn't about luck at all. It's actually a highly practical A to Z system. It's a blueprint. And the best part, it can be learned, replicated, and executed by pretty much anyone. Here's exactly how we're going to break this down today. 1. The wealth system unlocked. 2. Reprogram your financial mindset. 3. Ignite your income engine. 4. Build the wealth mechanism. 5. Avoid common wealth traps. And 6. Your millionaire timeline. All right, kicking things off with section 1, the wealth system unlocked. Moving right along to our second step, reprogram your financial mindset. So most people are just hoping for a sudden windfall, right? But everyday wealth creation actually starts from within. It starts with your mind. Think about this amazing Warren Buffett quote. Someone's sitting in the shade today because someone planted a tree a long time ago. That just perfectly captures the whole essence of delayed gratification. People like Buffett and Jeff Bezos, they operate on incredibly long-term thinking. They aren't looking for a quick payout tomorrow. Instead, they're taking responsibility today by planting seeds that will literally grow into massive shade trees decades down the line. You absolutely have to be willing to trade a little of today's comfort for tomorrow's total freedom. And proactively seeking out financial education is how you do that. Foundational resources, like the book, The Psychology of Money, teach us a totally perspective-shifting truth. Wealth is actually about behavior. It's not about math. You definitely don't need a fancy finance degree, but you do need to learn the basic, everyday language of taxes and investing. And hey, don't try to do this all alone. Finding mentors, building genuine relationships, and networking with successful people, that's going to accelerate your learning curve exponentially. Okay, let's jump into section 3, ignite your income engine. Here is a harsh reality. You literally cannot just save your way to $1 million if your income is completely stagnant. The real goal is shifting your reliance away from just a single salary and creating multiple incredibly robust streams of cash flow. You might start with your primary salary. That's your foundation, right? But then you start layering. You add a side business, maybe some freelancing using high-demand skills like digital marketing or coding, and eventually you build up passive streams like dividends or rental income. It's like building an absolute financial fortress. If one income stream completely dries up, the others just keep the engine purring along. But of course, there is a catch. Having multiple streams of income only works if you fiercely protect what you're actually bringing in. You've got to track your money, you have to ruthlessly eliminate lifestyle inflation, when your spending magically increases just because you got a raise. Yeah, you have to stop that and wipe out that debt for good. Live strictly below your means. Because when it comes down to it, that gap between what you earn and what you spend, that is the raw material for your future wealth. Which brings us to phase 4, build the wealth mechanism. Now this is the turning point. This is where your money rolls up its sleeves and starts working for you. You really have to understand the stark difference between assets and liabilities. Assets, like stocks, businesses, and rental properties, they constantly feed your wealth. But liabilities, things like luxury cars, expensive gadgets, high-interest credit card debt, they just quietly destroy it. The Millionaire Blueprint requires you to relentlessly acquire those assets while strictly minimizing the liabilities. It's that simple. So, how do those assets actually grow? Well, through the absolute mathematical magic of compound interest. When you put your money into broad market vehicles like S&P 500 index funds, which are basically just big baskets of the top performing companies, your money earns a return. And then, those returns earn more returns. It's like a giant snowball rolling down a hill. Over time, that growth curve goes entirely exponential. And get this is probably the most surprising part of the whole shebang. You do not need millions to start. You don't need some massive secret inheritance. Historically speaking, investing just $500 to $1,000 a month in the market can cross the $1 million threshold in about 30 years. Now, obviously, all investing involves some risk and nothing in life is perfectly guaranteed. But consistent monthly contributions, that is the true lifeblood of building a massive net worth. All right, let's look at the defensive side in Section 5, avoid Commonwealth traps. Because making money is one thing, but keeping it, that's a whole different story. It is so easy to fall victim to the fear of missing out, but you must ruthlessly avoid the traps that routinely wipe out beginners who fall for these unrealistic get-rich-quick schemes. You want to steer entirely clear of gambling, crypto scams, and constantly chasing the latest hot trends. Do not let your emotions dictate your investments. When it comes to building wealth, being steady and boring is almost always better than being flashy. And when you successfully avoid all that noise, you realize a really powerful truth. Discipline beats motivation. Every single time. Motivation is just a feeling, and honestly, feelings fade. The true secret of long-term investors is having ironclad consistency over 20 or 30 years. You invest when you're tired. You invest when the market is totally down. You just stick to the system no matter what. Finally, let's wrap this all up with Section 6, your millionaire timeline. So let's kind of map out what this journey actually looks like over a lifetime. It's really fascinating to see it unfold. In your 20s, the goal is super simple. Just plant the seed. Start early. As you hit your 30s, that consistency really takes root, and you start seeing that compounding snowball effect we talked about. By your 40s, your asset growth rapidly accelerates, which pushes you right toward your ultimate financial milestones in your 50s. It just goes to show the sheer power of stepping back and letting a systematic, decades-long approach do the heavy lifting for you. The first million is almost never made overnight. It's built systematically, literally one smart decision at a time. It happens by shifting your mindset, increasing your income, building up those assets, and staying incredibly disciplined. So I want to leave you with a question to really chew on. With the entire blueprint laid out right in front of you, what is the first very step you're going to take today towards your first million?